सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Hello, Namaskar, and a very good evening to everyone watching NCRT's live interactive session. I'm Simran Singh, and you have all connected with us through eVidya channel number 6 to 12. Besides this, there are so many different mediums through which you can all connect with us. You can even participate in our live conversations by raising your questions and your queries in the comment section of our YouTube channel, that's NCRT Official, and also NCRT PM eVidya Class 6 to NCRT PM eVidya Class 12. So viewers, once again a very warm welcome to all of you in our special segment. This is Sahyog, and let me apprise you that Sahyog and Paricharcha are two very important programs by Ministry of Education, Government of India as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and we conduct these programs under the wider initiative that is MANODARPAN. And here we come up with certain important, interesting topics for all of you in order to raise awareness about mental well-being and provide psychosocial support to all the learners and the audiences who keep on connecting with us. So viewers, today for this particular segment, we are going to discuss about managing examination anxiety and self-confidence, of course, to overcome the examination anxiety. So viewers, we all know that we write examinations one or the other year, one semester and semester after that. Recently we have had the results of the examination as well, but this constant anxiety or fear that what might go wrong in the examination, it prevails with us. So how to deal with that, and how self-confidence can be a game changer, or it can be a tool that you can actually use in order to reduce or mitigate the stress and anxiety that you face in your life. So in the conversation, if you have any of the questions, you can obviously connect with us through this national tele helpline number flashing on your screens. You may kindly note it down. It is 844-844-0632. You can always write to us and reach out to us through this particular mail ID of Sahyog, sahyog.ncrt@ciet.nic.in. And also viewers, allow me to welcome and introduce with you our experts and our guest for the program. We have with us Mrs. Padmavati D. Madam, faculty from RIE NCRT Mysuru. Namaskar ma'am.
Namaste.
A very warm welcome to you. Then
Thank you.
The role of practicing counselor today in this program will be played by Mr. Davis Casey. Namaskar sir. Good evening.
Namaskar ma'am. Good evening ma'am.
A very warm welcome to you. So as we are talking about anxiety and also how to deal with that, maybe with the help of self-confidence. So it's very important to understand the basic meaning of these two terms, examination anxiety and self-confidence. So what exactly is that, Davis sir?
At the outset, let me tell you ma'am, examination, testing or assessment is a part of a child's or a person's life from the first day of his entry into his school. So a child has to face a lot of examinations during his academic life. So everybody faces a little bit of fear or stress or anxiety about examination. And in my experience, I have seen many children coming to me before the examination and telling me that, sir, I am afraid and I think I won't be able to write the examinations. There are many reasons for this. Examination anxiety is that nervous feeling one may get when he is about to take a test. Everyone, for example, before presenting a small speech in front of your school morning assembly, you will have an anxiety or a nervousness. But once we are onto the stage, this nervousness disappears and you become calm and cool and you deliver your speech very, very effectively. So before the examination, children face such nervousness. And it is normal to feel some pressure before an examination. Nowadays, what I feel is children don't have this anxiety or fear. They're so cool. When you have this sort of anxiety, you are careful about your examination and then you prepare well. You tell your friends and parents that I don't have much time to waste. So I have to study and prepare for my examination. This is a positive anxiety which a child should have. And but for certain people, certain children, examination is like a villain. And the worries are so strong that they can't concentrate and don't do as well they would like to. This is the issue. When children have this over anxiety about their examination, then they fail. This is the issue that we are discussing now. And in my personal opinion, what I say is, nowadays, as I told you earlier, children are not much concerned or worried about their examinations, but their parents and teachers. Parents are over anxious about the outcome of their examination, whether my child will be able to score A1 in all subjects, whether she will be the topper in the region or in the country, whether I will be able to hold up my head in front of my colleagues and say that my child is the topper in the list. And this pressure they impart onto their children also. And another group of people who have the examination stress are the teachers. The teachers are having a lot of envy or jealousy among themselves, and they want to have good result, the best result. And naturally what they do is they pressurize these children to study and score very high marks. And another reason what I understand is the cause of examination fear is that most of our children nowadays, they live in future. Very few children live in the present. They think about the outcome of the result before they write the examination. Children, you should understand that you can neither live in the past because the past is dead and gone, nor you can live in the future because the future is not yet born. The only option for you is to live today and utilize your time judiciously to prepare well for your examination. That will fetch you good result. Next slide, please. The effect of this mental stress, can affect their physique also. As a result of extreme mental stress, children become psychosomatic. And what are the physical symptoms of examination fear? The first thing is children, the face become dry. Their body stops salivating. And next, they feel like vomiting. Some children come to the teachers and say that, ma'am, I feel like vomiting. That is not a physical issue. It is a mental issue. They are suffering from this examination or test anxiety. And some children suffer from nausea. They feel a sort of irritation in their stomach before the examination. And some children also have shivering hands. They shiver due to this extreme stress. And some children have increased heartbeat Due to the fear, the rate of heartbeat increases, and some children even suffer from the panic attack. That is the extreme highest form of heartbeat, and the body, there is a sweating of their body. Another symptom is the setting of their body. Now it is told that a healthy mind exists in a healthy body. So it's very, very important to have a good body and to have a good mental health, and vice versa. Next slide, ma'am. Now, when we talk about self-confidence, what is self-confidence? Self-confidence is a person's belief in his ability, judgments, and capacity to deal with life's challenges. Children, you should understand that life is full of challenges. The person who faces it effectively will only succeed in his life. When you have self-confidence in yourself, only then you will succeed in your life, and then your judgments will also be right. How do you build self-confidence? Next, ma'am. The most important thing for a child to build self-confidence is systematic preparation. A child who has prepared his lessons from the first day of his academic year will be confident of himself. He knows very well that I have done my duty, I have studied everything clearly, and I will be able to write my examination well. That is a self-confidence. And next thing is avoiding procrastination. In class 12, NCERT English textbook, the first lesson is the last lesson. And there is a sentence by the hero of that story, and he says, France has always procrastinated. Children they postpone their studies. They say that, yeah, we have a lot of time in front of us, so you can do it tomorrow. This procrastination will build up a mountain of issues, and before the examination you find it very difficult to climb. So procrastination or postponement of your lessons will put you in trouble, and examination anxiety will affect you.
Sir, you are sharing certain important details with us, but I'll request you to please keep the discussion precise because we are short of time.
Okay, ma'am. And the next thing is being physically fit. A child should be physically fit. Only then he will be able to write the exam well. Then developing concentration. See, nowadays children have a lot of means for distractions, and the main thing is the mobile phone itself. Allow the children or tell the children to keep the mobile phone in aeroplane mode and start studying. Otherwise, at the tick of every time, the child will be eagerly waiting for the sound who has sent the message, and that will be a sort of distraction for the child. Then understand the concepts very clearly. Children should study understanding the concepts. And this is another very, very important thing which I want to tell you. The next point is making short notes. Children start studying from the first day, and before the examination, they don't know where to study, what to study, and how to study. For that, whenever they study a lesson, they have to make small short notes so that they can study this just before the examination. That will help them a lot.
Thank you so much, sir, for letting us know about what examination anxiety is and how self-confidence actually works. Moving on to our next panelist with another question, Padmavati ma'am, please inform our viewers more about how examination anxiety is actually related or to the mental well-being of a child. How does it impact the mental health of a child? Yes, Padmavati ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah. So as Davis sir was pointing out, exam anxiety, it has effect on physical health as well as on mental health of a student. So on the onset, what is mental health? We know that mental health is an integral part of the health, and mental health is as important as the physical health as well as the social health. So when we move on to next slide, so it gives us a clear definition which has been given by WHO, World Health Organization. So mental health, it is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities, and he copes up with the normal stresses in his life, and he can work productively, as well as he can be fruitful to himself as well as for the community. So this state of condition is said to be mental health. Now let us understand, in our next slide, let us understand how this exam anxiety affects students' mental health. As sir was pointing out, to a small level of pressure does the positive effect, but the exam anxiety reaches to a severe level, then it has a negative impact. So on the onset, when you see that, so what are those factors? So first one is exam anxiety increases stress in an individual. So he has some fear, which also leads him for the physical anxiety also. And then when it comes with cognitive distortions, so an individual starts thinking negatively, so his negative thinking patterns, and also he magnifies the examination, and also he is engaged in black and white talk or thinking such as good and bad, or he is only concentrating on the outcomes of examinations. So this also has a bad impact on his mental health. Then when it comes with the third point, it has an impact on the self-esteem of an individual. So this mental examination anxiety, so it deteriorates the self-esteem of an individuals, as well as it lowers the self-confidence, which lowers the performance, and again it has impact on the mental health. And next one, physical symptoms. Beyond the psychological impact, exam anxiety can also manifest the physical symptoms. So like nausea, dizziness, laziness, sweating, shivering, and even sometimes the panic attack. Okay, so which is very impossible to realize. For that stage, they are getting the panic attack. So exam anxiety can lead to the physical symptoms also. In turn, physical symptoms will lead for again mental issues or mental illness. And next, when we come to the next point, impaired concentration and memory. So this anxiety with higher level can impair your concentration and also memory level, and it makes the students too difficult in studying, so memorizing it as well as retrieving the information, so when during the exams. So this can lead to lower performance, and again this lower performance has impact on the mental health of an individual. And next, when it comes with avoidance behavior, exam anxiety makes the students to avoid many things. So what is that? So for example, he postpones his study, he skips the classes, so poor attendance, and also sometimes he is ready to skip the examination, even it is a time being or a temporary relief. So he is not understanding his impact in a longer period. So it impacts on his academic performances, and his academic consequences become worse. In turn, it affects the mental health of a individual. Lastly, social isolation. A student with anxiety will develop always avoidance behavior, which makes him to be isolated from the society, social activities or the interactions that takes place in the society. Why? Because he feels inadequate, so he has a fear of judgment. So these are the factors so which affects the mental health, which are outcome of exam anxiety. So it is very necessary to overcome these exam anxiety, so it can also reduce the mental health, mental illness among an individual. Thank you.
Of course, we got to know about the different factors that are associated with examination anxiety, and it's important to understand some other factors as well that actually help in reducing the examination anxiety or the kind of stress that we face during examinations. So, Davis sir, I'll request you to very quickly ponder light on these areas.
Madam, the first thing what I feel is uh, the present pattern of examination itself is a cause for examination stress. We should change the present pattern. Earlier, you have heard about the CCE, continuous and comprehensive evaluation. But the present pattern of examination is a child is assessed within 3 hours whatever he has studied for the whole year. That gives a lot of pressure on the child. Instead of that, if the child is assessed continuously and comprehensively from the day one of his admission to a particular class, towards the end of the year, the child will be completely assessed, and that is the most suitable way to make the study enjoyable, and children will also enjoy and study. That will reduce the examination stress. And the next one is children should create positive attitude. Yes, I have done my duty and I will be able to do my examination well. Come what may, the final result I have done. And children should avoid the company of children who always speak negative things. No man, you won't be able to do it. Come on, we will do something else. Such children, such friends will make them disappointed. Then another one is belief in yourself. You should have belief in yourself. Then the most important thing is never compare yourself with your classmate, because God has created you unique. You are the only person in this world. No one else can think like you, speak like you, move like you. You are the only person. And so whatever you get, it is your own. Whatever your friend gets, that is his or her own. Never compare yourself with others. Once you compare, you will be dejected and you will be sad. Then prepare systematically. I told you the same thing, I just repeat. Preparation of your lessons, systematic preparation. That will help you. Then there are so many breathing exercises available. I'm not an expert in this yoga and breathing exercises. Children can approach teachers or yoga experts and they will tell them how to reduce the stress by practicing yoga. And as I told you earlier, another most important thing what I just want to tell them is live in present. Live in present. Don't forget about the result. Whatever you have to do, do now. Do now. And the result will follow. You will get good result. And never be worried about the result of the examination. And one more thing. Believe that exam is not the be all and the end all of everything. Children who have even failed have succeeded in
Of
in
course,
their lives.
I'm pretty sure that our viewers will take a note of all these important segments. And very quickly, I would like to have the concluding remarks from Padmavati ma'am on how self-confidence actually works in mitigating or reducing the examination anxiety.
Yes. Self-confidence always plays a vital role in overcoming exam anxiety by empowering the students to approach the examination with a positive mindset and beliefs in their abilities. So here are certain qualities of a self-confident person, so through which we can overcome exam anxiety. So for example, self-confident individual is always engaged in positive self-talk. He is resilient in facing the challenges and the setbacks, and he has adopted effective coping strategies. He is equipped with the different effective coping strategies, and also he has ability of problem solving. He adapts problem solving technique, so he moves towards solution of the problem. He analyzes the problem, he applies his critical thinking. And next one, he is an individual who is always proactive in preparing and planning for the examinations. So he takes his own responsibility in preparation. He sets his own realistic goal in developing different strategies. And also, a self-confident student only focuses on the strength. So he focuses on the strength. Even though he has failures, his failures are from his past weaknesses. He changes through his self-perception. He boosts himself, he motivates himself and mitigates the exam anxiety. So finally, self-confident individuals are more likely to seek the support from different people like peers, mentors, teachers, counselors, etc. So always self-confident individual with all these qualities, he really hits the exam anxiety, and he never leaves it to be worse and cause him towards the mental illness. So now there is a question. So how can we increase the self-confidence among the students during examination? See, we are in the stage of examination, so we have to think about only the duration of examination. So we are not making him to face the challenge from throughout the academic year. So for that, so what are the strategies so that can be fostered? It can be self-fostering by student himself, or teachers can do it, or the parents can use these strategies to empower a child. So here are few. So we have to set realistic goals. Then we have to make a child to focus on strengths. So then always motivate a child to have a positive self-talk. And also we are making a child to practice visualization. So visualization can improve his confidences.
Of course,
so
ma'am.
Next, to develop study strategies among the individual, to encourage self-efficacy among the students, to create a supportive environment, and also to promote a growth mindset, and finally, to make an individual to provide with the different coping up strategies, and also finally offer support and encouragement to individuals. So by all these means, we can increase the self-confidence of an individual. In turn, self-confidence reduces the exam anxiety among the individuals. Thank you.
Of course. I'm pretty sure that our viewers are going to keep these important strategies in mind that we can actually use in order to reduce examinations anxiety or any sort of fear that we face around examinations. And of course, self-confidence is the key for that. Thank you so much to both the panelists. Thank you, Padmavati ma'am and Devis sir. Thank you so much for your time and sharing these enlightened pieces of information with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all the viewers who have connected with CIT and CRT for this particular live interactive program of Sahyog. Well, this was the last live program for this particular day where we were discussing about managing examination anxiety. और दर्शकों, इससे पहले कि इस सत्र को यहाँ पर समाप्त करें, एक विशेष जानकारी है आप सभी के लिए। आप जानते हैं कि लोकतंत्र के महापर्व यानी चुनाव की शुरुआत हो चुकी है। तो यदि आपकी उम्र 18 वर्ष या फिर उससे अधिक है तो अपना कीमती मतदान ज़रूर कीजिए और देश के जिम्मेदार नागरिक बनिए। फिलहाल इस सत्र को हम यहीं पर समाप्त करते हैं। कीप वॉचिंग eVidya चैनल्स, टेक वेरी गुड केयर ऑफ योर फिजिकल एज वेल एज मेंटल वेलबींग। नमस्कार।
सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम।
मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।